Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel, History and Art Secrets. Are you ready for a new journey in search of knowledge? Charles I of Austria, Persenberg, the 17th of August 1887 Funchal, the 1st of April 1922, was the last emperor of Austria, king of Hungary and Bohemia, and monarch of the House of Habsburg-Lorraine and of East Austria. He reigned as Emperor Charles I of Austria, King Charles IV of Hungary, Croatia, Slavonia and Dalmatia, and King Charles III of Bohemia. Beatified by Pope John Paul II in 2004, his liturgical feast is celebrated on October 21. The eldest son of Archduke Otto of Austria, 1865–1906, and Princess Maria Josepha of Saxony, 1867–1944, he was fifth in line to succeed at birth. He ranked second after Archduke Rudolf, his grandfather Karl Ludwig, his uncle Franz Ferdinand, and his father Otto Franz. In 1889, Archduke Rudolf committed suicide in Mayerling, and Karl fell to fourth place. In 1896, his grandfather died, and Karl rose to third place. In 1906, his father's death made him second, after his uncle Franz Ferdinand. In 1911, he married the Italian Princess Zita of Bourbon-Parma. Zita was the daughter of the last Duke of Parma, Robert. With her, Karl had 8 children. From 1912 to 1914, he commanded the 39th Regiment in Vienna. On June 28, 1914, Karl became heir to the throne following the assassination of his uncle Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo. He subsequently assumed the title of Duke of Modena and Reggio. For Karl, who was 27, this was a terrible blow, as he had not expected to become heir to the throne. After the outbreak of World War I, he was sent to the Supreme Command of the Austro-Hungarian Armed Forces, located in Przemyśl. He took part in operations near Wau on the Eastern Front and later moved with the Supreme Command to Teschen. In 1915, he was promoted to Major General and in 1916 to Field Marshal. At the start of the spring offensive on the Italian front, he was placed in command of the 20th Army Corps. In the summer of 1916, he was promoted to General of the Cavalry on the Romanian front. He was subsequently promoted to Generaloberst and Grand Admiral. He was crowned emperor upon the death of Franz Joseph on the 21st of November 1916. In 1917, he initiated secret peace negotiations through Sixtus of Bourbon-Parma, Zita's brother. When news of this leaked in April 1918, Charles denied his involvement, but was refuted by French President Clemenceau. On November 3, 1918, Austria signed the armistice with Italy. On November 11, the war also ended for Germany, and the National Assembly demanded that Charles resign. Charles accepted and dissolved the last imperial government, marking the end of Habsburg rule in Austria after more than 600 years. On November 13, he also signed his renunciation of the throne of Hungary. On March 23, 1919, Charles and his family fled to Switzerland. A year later, he attempted to regain the throne of Hungary twice. The first attempt was in March and the second in October 1921, but he was arrested by Admiral Horthy and deported to the island of Madeira, where he remained until his death. In March 1922, while out for a walk, he contracted pneumonia and died of complications on April 1. His remains are buried on the island, in the Church of Madonna del Monte, despite attempts to move them to the Habsburg crypt in Vienna. His heart and that of Zita are buried in Muri Abbey in Switzerland. The campaign for his canonization began in 1949 when testimonies of his sanctity began to be collected. In 1954, the canonical process was opened and he was proclaimed a servant of God. In 1972, his tomb was opened and his body was found incorrupt. In 2003, he was granted the title of Venerable, and the Church subsequently recognized the inexplicable nature of a miracle. In 2004, he was beatified, and in 2009, the beatification process for Zita was also initiated. If you enjoyed this video story, please like it, share it on your social media, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Hello and welcome.